Up Alshon looking to flip the script today.
It's where they haven't played in a long time, 9 months or so. That
feels like forever on the PPA tour. And here we go.
Side out.
Staksrud in the white at the top of your screen. Alshon in the red at the bottom. The side Alshon's on is going to have the wind behind him a little bit.
Fight. One, 0.
Deep serve there from Alshon, right on that baseline, and few makeable volley errors early for Staksrud.
Side out.
Based off the applause, Greg, it seems like the crowd is pretty pro Staksrud.
0-2.
In terms of what we just heard, the applause after the second point.
looked like it. Ooh, couple missed volleys from both players.
Again, that's the wind.
It is.
Right? It makes it harder to track the ball.
One, 2.
Oh my goodness.
Side out.
The athleticism evident here early from both these guys. I mean, it's nearly an incredible get. We've actually seen him hit that shot before.
Yeah.
I don't remember what tournament, but
yeah,
what these guys can do with the paddle is amazing.
Side out.
And Alshon kind of complaining about the wind, says it pushed it, ball barely even bounced.
it's just tough when the wind, like, it'll be barely any wind for 2 or 3 points, and then it'll just be a huge gust for a point or two. That's the toughest wind to deal with. That's kind of what's happening now.
The consistency isn't necessarily there with the wind.
Right.
Tough to read.
2, 1.
Ooh.
1-2 punch from Alshon.
That was ripped.
There's the power you talked about from the 25-year-old.
3, 1.
Wow.
Both wings for Alshon, and see if Staksrud can find the Alshon backhand.
Yes.
4, 1. Point. Timeout, receiver, 5-1. Timeout.
But they had me on the podcast before Andre Agassi, which means I'm more important in pickleball than Andre Agassi.
I think that checks out.
That's how that works, Will.
And about to get back to the action here. Alshon leading 5-1.
Resume play. 5-1. Side out. One, 5. Side out.
Again, both of these players making this court look so small. What a point from Alshon, 5-1 still. And again, the forehand catching fire for Alshon.
Six, 1.
Wow. It's tough because Alshon's running around his backhand so well. Like, obviously, Federico's trying to find the Alshon backhand. you almost have to now return to Alshon's forehand on that far side to try and set up the return to his backhand, kind of like that.
And we see it worked. I mean, even though Alshon still got to look at the forehand, returning it to the middle, Greg,
right,
it takes away some of the angle opportunities.
Right.
1-7.
Nice.
Point.
A little cat and mouse kind of action a little bit.
Mid-court attack from Staksrud forces the air.
Two 7. Point. Three 7.
Ooh. Such a deep return from Alshon.
Timeout receiver.
But Staksrud fights back. What a response break.
Time in. 4-7.
Wow.
A deep T serve.
Perfect serve. Alshon nods his head like, man, that was good.
Sometimes you got to tip your cap.
5-7.
Ooh, too good. 3-shot pass from Alshon.
Seven 5.
Oh, he's there.
Oh my God.
Alshon is everywhere, but Federico Staksrud is the puppet master. See the long strides of Alshon. Not sure how he even got his paddle on those last 2 shots.
5-7.
Wow. The Staksrud serve. The depth that he's getting right now. Unreal.
It was a bit of a tame start for Staksrud in terms of emotions. Now
6,
he's
7.
really letting the energy fly. Yeah, a little high on that backhand drop from Staksrud. Alshon takes advantage.
It was 7-1, right?
7-1 it was.
Guys, stuck on 7 for a while. Needs to get off here.
7-6.
Wow.
Staksrud, his level on the rise.
Yes. It's tough to do anything really if he's hit. I mean, he's serving
6, 7.
right on the line. He's hitting perfect passing shots. Wow.
What a find from Staksrud, a little fake out. Faked cross court and goes line. Tied at 7-6 in a row. And of course, a trademark long break in between the point when Alshon's losing.
7-7. Side out.
And that Staksrud contemplating a challenge, decides against it. Can Alshon stop the drought?
7-7. Side out. 7-7.
Oh, Thought we were about to get our first true cat and mouse rally there, Craig. And it's so interesting. You see Alshon really wanting to slow things down. Staksrud, when he's winning, wants to play as fast as humanly possible. Two completely different paces between these two.
No way!
Pickleball singles of the highest quality, and the crowd loves it. Federico Staksrud on fire here in Newport Beach. Oh, another look at this one.
Wow. Sliding around the midcourt, wins the hands battle. That's a momentum point right there.
You never see hands battles in singles, certainly not like that. What a treat. Oh, just some landscaping services.
He destroyed that leaf. It's like imprinted in the court now. The first one.
He's locked in.
What a return.
Deep to the Staksrud backhand. Again, 7 is just the tough number for both of these guys.
Yeah.
Seven.
Too good from Staksrud. Heavy slice on that cut backhand. And he has the lead all of a sudden. It was not looking good just 10 minutes ago.
7.
Wow.
Staksrud is everywhere, cannot be passed. Former doubles partners, but still good friends.
Wow.
The ball way over to the side of the court now for a bit of a long walk for Staksrud. 9-7, 8-point run.
9-7.
Now Alshon. Can he end his scoring slump?
I mean, this has been...
It's been 5 or 6.
Yeah, I was going to say. Yeah.
7-9.
Wow.
Again, that return, and Greg, to your point, you said you're seeing Alshon run around his backhand. Staksrud, really since that point, has been going to the forehand or even body on his returns.
Yeah, tough for Christian to get an angle off that pass, and he's going
9-7.
Going line like every time. Staksrud's reading it. Staksrud misses a serve wide. You don't see that much.
But we have seen him go for that T serve a few times, having some success.
7-9. Side out.
And another empty trip for Alshon.
9-7.
Oh, what a combination. Alshon comes out on top of that one.
He wins that hands battle. Staksrud's still up 2-1 in that department, but
you've got, maybe there was an out ball that was hit. It felt like right in the middle of that one. Maybe that 5th shot.
Yes, I thought so too.
Same spot again. It's working.
That's definitely the spot right now. Alshon serves are, that one wasn't bad, but his serves are lacking a little bit of depth. And Federico able to kind of do whatever he wants with the return.
9-7.
Was that in? Wow.
Oh my goodness. What an egg. Except Alshon has now overtaken the early lead.
After review the rally stance, the ball was in.
Excuse me, Staksrud.
No free challenge available. Technical warning, Mr. Alshon. No free challenges. One free challenge. Resume play at 10-7.
That one comfortably in from Staksrud, makes it game point 10-7.
10-7. Side out.
Second missed serve.
7-10.
The curse is broken, the seal is lifted.
Wow.
Finally, for Alshon, gets to 8.
8-10.
And Alshon.
Extra importance in this game. Oh my God. Did he miss that?
What a no, it's in.
Okay, oh, okay.
What a put away. Playing with fire was Alshon, but it pays off 10-10. And if you're just now joining us, Alshon was up 7-1. Not 15 minutes ago in this one.
I thought he missed this.
10-10.
It was well in, but. Ooh. It just feels like both these guys have given each other their best game, like their best 5 or 6 points, and just the importance
10-10.
of this game. Great return.
Cannot be overstated.
Right.
It's going to take more than 11.
10-10.
Just wide. Staksrud nearly hits the deck as he went up to the kitchen line, but able to withstand.
Kind of an awkward volley there, yeah.
Kinda, the whole wrist went up. Tennis coaches everywhere are cringing after that.
10-10.
Too much speed for Alshon, running shuttle sprints from line to line at the kitchen. It's like the shuttle run, the presidential fitness program a little bit. I may have just aged myself a little bit
10-10.
No, I
with
did
that
that
reference.
too.
Okay.
Oh,
Side out.
I really like that first shot, the backhand drip from Alshon on that first third, but the backhand passing shot has just not been there for Christian.
Some of those shots he was making earlier that got him that big
10-10.
lead.
Yeah.
It's come back down to earth.
Side out.
Sick return.
And something that cannot be overstated is the quality of these returns.
Yeah, for real.
I mean, it is, the depth is next
10-10.
level.
That's why I'm a little surprised. And Alshon's serves have been like in the middle of the court. I just feel like, these last, 10 points or so, I feel like he hasn't gone for the big deep serve, but the returns have been really good. So I don't know.
And the wind playing a bit of a joke on us here. It's like there's a ghost on court, potentially. But alas,
10-10.
10-10 again. And again, this is, I've unfortunately not been keeping track of how many times we've been at 10-10, but it is
A lot.
That number is getting up there.
10-10.
So we have now had 9 serves at 10-10. Wow. With nothing given. Wow. And again, Alshon, nerves of steel from both of these guys. Nothing given.
I thought he was going to miss that return in the net. It was so low. See if he can come up with a deep serve here. He's hitting it hard, but it's just not deep enough right now. Federico able to do whatever he wants on the return.
And the miss hit off the volley. Finally, after 11 serves at 10-10, a point is scored. Game point, Alshon.
11-10.
So good. What a slice is the failed tweener from Alshon, formerly known as the Tweener King.
Yes.
But it betrays him there.
I couldn't, but I thought the serve was just perfect from Alshon, deep to the backhand corner, and Federico comes up with almost a better return. Amazing.
Then somehow gets that. And
right.
Look, I mean, somehow keeps the final shot in. Not done yet.
10-11.
Again, anytime Staksrud's backhand gets a little too high, Alshon is able to crush that forehand and send it the other way. Game point number 2.
11-10.
And with a missed return, Christian Alshon takes an epic.
We didn't see this.
Oh my God.
That is actually dangerous.
Glad everyone's okay as we get back to the action. So now both players have kind of seen what the other one is doing well. Big story of that first game, Greg, was Staksrud returning to the forehand
0-0.
or the body of Alshon.
Wow.
Of course, players having switched sides, dealing with different wind conditions as well.
1-0. Point.
It's a big 2-0 lead from Staksrud. You just feel like you lose that first game where you just gave it everything. It was so even. You lose it. You have to come out in the second game, get a good start. And he's done that. Enormous.
Right out. Zero two. One two.
What an angle off that forehand. Alshon on the extension, but unable to execute.
2-1.
Man. Oh, Alshon is everywhere.
Cat and mouse is just not really working on Alshon now. He's covering the kitchen too well. If he gets his paddle on the ball, he's putting it away.
1-2. Set up.
And Alshon, of course, able to take a lot of those drops or those cat and mouse shots out of the air.
Right.
And that makes it difficult to attack if you're Staksrud.
2-1. Point. 3-1.
Wow.
Point.
And quick start continues here for Staksrud in game 2. 4-1.
Yeah, I'll wait for you. 4-1. Point.
And another missed
Timeout
return.
receiver,
Timeout
5-1.
here called by Christian Alshon. What a response from Federico Staksrud here in game 2. And Ireland Horvat is sitting courtside with Pablo Tellez. Ireland, what do you have for us?
Say what? Hey.
Pablo, you're obviously great friends with Federico. What do you think he's doing well in this match?
I think they're both playing incredibly well. Christian's returns have been the main difference in the first set, but for Fed, just the legs, just being able to move quick so you're able still to be aggressive when he returns hard.
What have you been telling him on the bench here?
Just to mix it up, mix up the serves, because that way you keep him guessing, and then maybe he'll start missing a couple of returns.
I saw you guys come in earlier in your car together. Were you discussing the match at all this morning?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Fed and I have been working in singles for the past month or so, and you know, I'll do what I can to help him.
In these conditions, it's really windy out here. You've played on the tour for a while. You know how hard these winds can be. Do you think this side that Fed's on is better?
That's what it looks like, but earlier it looked like this side was the better one, so it's swirling. It's tough conditions.
What else do you expect to see from this match?
I think it's going to go to 3. That's what we're going to see.
That's what you're hoping.
Yeah.
Thanks, Pablo.
Love to get the insights there. Great interview from Ireland. And it's interesting, you know, Pablo and Fed used to play men's doubles together, had some great results together, and now they're working together in singles. You just love to see that.
Yeah, these guys are great friends. They, you know, both South Florida guys, and actually Federico, they played each other yesterday in dubs.
Yeah, they did.
And it was a tight first game. I watched a little bit of that match over on Grandstand.
15 seconds.
These guys, good friends. You know, you're going to compete against these guys, but you got to be friends off the court too.
Interesting, you hear that the wind conditions have changed from what was going on earlier.
5-1.
Keep an eye on that.
Ooh.
Silky smooth off the forehand.
Takes 1.
Went double or nothing, Greg.
Yeah.
Doesn't quite pay off.
1-6.
Alshon is there. Full extension on the forehand.
It's the lateral movement, man. It's just his strides are so big. Oh.
And nothing doing with the lob. Don't see that often mid-rally in singles. And the wind dragging that one long as well.
6-2.
Reflexes on point from Alshon. Bailed himself out.
It's just so tough to pass. Great serve from Federico to set up that point, but Alshon just
2-6.
so big at that kitchen line.
Oh, expert maneuver from Staksrud.
Christian just struggling with the backhand a little bit. He's got to figure out maybe like a drip cross court, because he's done a little drip drop.
Goodness gracious.
He's done a little drip drop down the line. He's tried to drive, but he hasn't had that cross court drip. I think he's going to need that shot to come back in this game.
7-2. Side out.
And so the run ends for Staksrud, but Alshon has some work to do if he wants to avoid going to a third game. Doesn't really have anyone on. He has people on his bench, but not necessarily being coached in real time that we can see. And that one looking.
After he viewed the rally stance, the ball was out.
Yep.
Loss of a free challenge, no free challenge remaining. One free challenge remaining. Resume play at 2-7.
So Staksrud now loses his free challenge.
Time in. 2-7.
That's the formula for Alshon. Triple forehands pays off. You kind of see the wind kind of even blowing the net now, picking up a little bit.
Side out.
Alshon saying to himself, make him play.
7-3. Point.
The advice evidently didn't land.
Yeah.
Unforced error on the forehand.
8-3.
What?
Point.
Well played.
9-3.
Ooh,
Side
great
out.
return, though, from Alshon on that one.
Three, 9. Side out. Nine, 3. Point.
And missed return from Alshon makes it game point. 10-3 for Fed Staksrud.
10-3.
And close at the first time.
0-0.
Another firefight. Love to see these types of rallies.
Staksrud winning most of those, I think 3-1 on the hands
1-0.
battles.
Side
Had
out.
a clean look at that one. Just catches the top of the tape. I mean, that's the difference, Greg, between a 2-0 lead.
0-1.
Oh,
Point.
what a serve. That's what you've been wanting to see from Christian.
Yeah, 100%. I think he has to go a little bit bigger on the serve.
1-1.
Take some more risks trying to get that depth.
Too much Staksrud. Leaping forehand finish.
Alshon was just in full control at that point, I felt like. And Federico hit that little backhand drop cross court to get himself back in it, and then closes at the kitchen.
1-1.
I feel like all the energies with Federico right now. You just hear the grunts and the come-ons afterwards, and you don't hear much from Christian. When Christian's quiet, that's a bad thing for him. Oh. Yeah.
Side out.
Again, misfires on the back end as Alshon 3-1 for Staksrud.
Correction. Side out. Point, excuse me.
Just clarifying the scoring should be 3-1.
3-1.
Here we go.
Ooh.
Side out.
There's the angle from Alshon.
You know, even something like that, you talk about momentum, like even something unintentional like that, like a mess up on the score, that may have affected that point. You know what I mean? Like, it's no one's fault, but it's just funny how things like that happen.
Everything that happens on court, not just the points, right?
Right,
Everything can impact it.
100%. The wind can be gusting one point where you need it and one point where you don't. It's just, you never know what's going to happen.
That's the beauty of live sports, beauty of pickleball.
100%.
3-1. Side out. One, 3.
Wow, what placement from Staksrud, just beyond the reach of an outstretched Alshon arm.
And the key for me right now is Alshon just, again, like I'm nitpicking the serve. It's not a bad serve, but you see the return from Federico. Federico's returns are so good. Christian's got to go for a little more depth on his serve, just like Federico did there. It's easier said than done, obviously, but I think that's the big key right now for him.
Well, for a player who's known for his serve,
right,
Alshon, you would expect it to be a weapon, especially in singles.
That's just disgusting.
Timeout receiver, 5-1.
And a quick timeout.
Wow.
See if he can continue
5-1.
here.
Serve. That serve is so good.
And yes, he can. 6-1 brings us to the end. Something needs to change here in a hurry for the 4 seed.
Again, the serve is just a couple inches from the baseline.
Seven, 1.
Oh, insane.
Oh!
Alshon somehow stays alive in that. That's pure reflexes, pure athleticism.
So good from Christian. Federico maybe a little too cute on that last one.
1-7. Point.
Nice volley.
And it's so deep in the court.
2-7.
And there's Christian Alshon. That's what got him that big lead and ultimately won him game 1.
3-7.
And a quick 3 points for Christian Alshon.
Receiver, 4-7.
Now we get a time in the life of a professional athlete.
Ooh.
Goodness. The lead down to just 2.
5-7. Side out. Seven, 5. Side Side out.
Staksrud is there, but Alshon stands tall after that one.
Again, it's a makeable volley there from Staksrud that he missed. Two forehand volleys.
Side out.
Ran into the rate sign there on the side of the net. We've seen Staksrud be stuck on 7 for a few.
7-5.
But he is stuck no longer. Makes it to 8-5.
Big point there from Federico. Alshon, a good look at that volley, just misses it in the net.
Eight-5.
And
Point. After review the rally stands, the ball was in. Loss of a free challenge, no free challenge remaining. One free challenge remaining. Resume play at 9-5.
so even just to go back to that shot, what skill to spin it in.
Time in.
Staksrud 2 points
9-5.
away.
Side out.
Feathery touch, but a little too feathery. It's not quite over the net.
5-9.
Off the net for Alshon,
Wow.
and there's that cross-court drip you've been wanting to see, Greg. And it pays off.
That's the shot. That's the shot. Hasn't had it. Hasn't really tried it much this whole match, but that's the one. Big serve.
Pays off. Alshon back within 2.
Oh!
And the one-handed grab from Staksrud, style points for the Argentine, but 1 scoreboard point for Alshon.
Again, it's going. He's been going line with that backhand the whole time. That's why Federico is so is bailing.
8-9.
Oh God!
Side out.
Almost a full split for Alshon. Not quite enough. Fed saying, it's yours, Fed. It's yours, to himself.
9-8.
And the court coverage again. Alshon too strong at the kitchen.
Great return from Alshon, and then decides to stay back on it, but then gets the short ball from Fed. Nice play.
8-9.
So good.
There's the spot from Alshon, 9-9, as we cross over the 1 hour mark in this one.
Trying to find the Alshon backhand, but he runs around it. Nice inside out.
It's a race to 2 for a spot in Championship Sunday.
9-9.
Little return.
Side out.
Into the forehand corner of Alshon.
Christian trying to change up the serve there, going with the tee to Federico's forehand, but Federico on it.
9-9.
Oh,
Dueling big returns from both of these guys.
and that approach from Federico, that's a very makeable ball.
9-9.
mean, it's 3 in a row for both of these guys. People talk about how important the serve and the return are in singles. And these returns up there with some of the best. As the ball decides to take a rest on the side of the net. Decided it was done. It was not going to roll around anymore.
The energy from Federico versus Christian right now. Oh my gosh.
The miss hit the net cord. Alshon stayed in as long as he could, but Staksrud comes out with a match point.
Just feel like Federico's energy these last few points have been better than Christian's, more positive. Feels like he wants it a little bit more.
Match point, Staksrud. It is closed at the first time of asking. Staksrud will walk away the winner. Here's the final ruling.
After review, the rally stands, the ball is
out.
out. That is point game match.
And Federico Staksrud takes it 3 thrilling games. Staksrud wins a 3-game thriller. Here's a look at the 6-0 pressure point. 9-all in game 3. Staksrud stays in it and takes the hands battle. That earned him match point, and he's able to close it out a few moments later. 3-game thriller over Christian Alshon, and the number 2 seed is standing by with our Ireland Horvat down on Humana Championship Court. Ireland, take it away.
If I've heard you yell this much and this hard in a really long time, why did this match mean so much to you?
No, honestly, I've been yelling like this every day, but I don't play in center. I play in grandstand and showcase, so maybe not a lot of people see me, but yeah, I've been grinding all week, and for me, it's so much fun to do this, to compete. I have nothing but respect to Christian. Like, we're both great competitors. We live for these moments, and honestly, at 9-9, I was okay with losing, because I was like, you know what, I gave everything I had, and now let's see if I can hit a couple of shots at the end, and that's what happened. That crazy point at 9-9, and yeah, the crowd was amazing the whole match. It kept me like with so much energy, and yeah, just trying to give it my best to put on a show. So thank you, everybody.
Well deserved. Speaking of those tight moments, game 1 and 2 were really, game 1 and 3 were really tight. How were you able to stay so mentally tough?
No, as I say, I enjoy being on those moments. I think that's the biggest thing. You know, you want to be in those moments. I practice to be prepared for those moments, and when I'm there, I'm just like, thankful. You know, I'm like, this is the best feeling for me. So win or lose at the end, as I told you, at 9-9, I was okay with losing, because I mean, I gave everything. He hit amazing shots. He played really well. I played really well. It's just a really good match, and it can go either way.
I know you're striving to get back to that number 1 spot, Fed. How much did this match fuel you for the rest of the year?
No, honestly, I'm been working hard on just being competitive every week and getting better and better. You're gonna win and lose, but at the end of the day, you know, you just want to be competitive. We play so many tournaments. You know, same thing for you. You travel, you work hard. You just wanna, the same as you, that you want to work hard every day. I want to work hard doing this. So it's not different. Your job than mine is the same. So it's the same with the volunteers, the refs, everybody that shows up here. We're just co-workers pretty much. You know, we're just out here putting the best that we can and putting on a show for everybody that shows up.
Well said, Fed. Thank you. Congratulations. Will, back to you.